Hey, what's up, guys? Edison Horden Here's a Who here, and I wanted to go over a Pwcc package I got in, and there it is. This is stuff that I've been picking up over the past like month and a half of weekly auctions. Pretty varied in terms of quality and in terms of cards, but let's go over it. And before we do this, I just wanted to thank you guys for we had pretty decent support. Actually, not decent, very good support in the past couple of videos. So thank you for that. And I also recently got approved to be to live stream on Whatnot, so I'll probably have more information on that as I kind of flesh out my plans there. But I probably will be live streaming on Whatnot fairly often, just doing auctions for. I mean, I have thousands of cards now. I could definitely get some decent product out there. Let's see. I mean, you can tell what the cards are on the back. They just have the label. This is this Soul Silver Collection Pichu Hollow. I thought the artwork is. It's nice artwork. I am a big fan of this LP, like Heart Gold, Soul Silver era. This is a card that I like. To me, this is a card I would have bought raw and graded anyway. And I think I pretty much paid less than what it would cost me to grade this myself. I think this came out to like $16 or $17. I thought that was a really fair price for, popular Pokemon, Hollow, in a decent grade. I would still say, even if you have concerns about CGC changing how strict they are on the 10s, a lot of CGC 8.5s are mint, beautiful cards. Well, this is another card that I would have graded myself, also from Soul Silver Collection, the Sudowoodo Reverse Hollow. These might even be from the same submission. No, they're not same submission. The CGC. But yeah, just not crazy card by any means. I have the hollow version of this card in 9 as well, I believe. But it just, a reverse hollow rare. Looks alright. I like the artwork as well. It was, this one, I believe, this came out to like $13 after buyer's premium. So conceptually, that price is almost impossible to replicate if I were to do it myself. And it's a card I want. Oh, I can do all these cards in unison. I picked up 3 more copies of the Team Flare Grunt game show card. So you see it just says Team Flare Grunt, and the bottom it says Pokemon Game Show. To my knowledge, this card is fairly limited. Nothing too crazy, but it's a harder XY era promo to come by, and I don't know. So what happened was I picked up the 8.5. The 8.5 went for $24. I won that. And then I not accidentally, but I didn't think, I don't know, I paid too much, sorry, I'm getting flustered. I ended up paying $24 for the 6.5 and the 7 as well, which is probably not correct, but then I looked at the subgrades, and you can just say, like, the subgrades on both of them are very strong. The issue is surface, so it's to my understanding that there's probably just a dent on the card. So, like, the cards themselves are very mint-looking copies, it just has dents. And I have a P.S.A. 7 copy of this card as well. Same thing there. The card itself looks immaculate. There is a dent, though, that, ticks on the surface grade, drops it to a 7. I don't know. I just picked this up because, to me, I'm paying less than $25 for already graded, limited promotional card. I think that's a pretty good deal. I think that's pretty fair. I think 8.5 in this card is a very solid grade. Let's keep going. EX Reagan Frontiers Reverse. Trapinch Delta species. This is also an old cert. You could tell it's old cert CGC. I mean, if you weren't around when they've kind of just started, or you haven't really been buying them for that long, a lot of the newer ones you'll see are in this case. You can see at the top, the corners are exposed. The card is kind of just kept in with these four little pieces of plastic. It kind of floats almost. This is much more akin to how P.S.A. encapsulation looks. And another big difference is on the label. You see that on the old one, it was just this flat blue. But on the new one, I personally like the new one, where it fades from white to blue. Okay, this is just old cert, CGC, 9.5. So, I mean, this is a really strong grade for that time period that CGC was grading. But yeah, 9.5 reverse hollow Trapinch. For me, this came out to like $20-something. It was a really good price. And then I compared that to, there's a couple P.S.A. 10 sales of this card, and those are like astronomically high. So I thought, gem mint copy for $20, you can't really pass that up. Armor Mewtwo. This is just from the Mewtwo Strikes Back movie, just a promotional card. This is a super common card, but the price that I paid for this already graded. The same thing, there's like a common theme for a lot of this stuff, is I'm purchasing stuff that I would already kind of want for less than what it would cost me to grade it myself. And there, I just justify it that way. And yeah, if you've ever looked at this card or purchased one raw, you'll know that they are a little bit rough in condition. They got packaged with a plastic token. So a super common flaw in this Mewtwo card is you'll have a fat dent on the back where the plastic chip kind of got pushed in just through, packaging and pressure. Next up, 9.5 Ashes Swallow. I don't really know why I purchased this. I don't even remember what it cost, but it was just a movie promotional card. Aurora's Lucario half deck. This is just a promotional card from the Lucario movie, but I thought it was it's unique artwork just to the set, and 9.5. I mean, it's a super solid grade, kind of just like that Trap Hinge. Buying a Gem Mint card for a fraction of a PSA 10 copy price, I think is worth it. Oh, this one was super questionable. CGC 9 in a Hypodon, Bonds at the time. I thought this might be a rare, because I was like, what happens is I don't look at Pwcc stuff until like 20 minutes before the auction goes to extended. So I have to very quickly go through and bid on stuff. And for some reason, I either thought this was a holo or a cooler card, but it really is just simply, a non-holo rare from the set. I think this came out to like right around $11, $12. This is pretty much right at the starting price for the auction. But I'm not a huge Hypodon fan, but I do like the Pokemon. And I thought Platinum Era Mint 9 for, less than the cost of grading a card individually. I mean, what's the worst that could happen there? And the last card is in English. This one was probably questionable too. Same thing. I think I bought this at the same time as Hypodon. Just Turtwig GL from Rising Rivals. Mint 9. For me, this was just, a Mint 9 in an English card. Pretty fair. And I think the price, again, was just... It was so low that I thought it'd be worth taking a risk on. But just, I don't know. I think this is not a bad card to go with. Turtwig's a fairly popular starter. And, I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm not expecting to get a lot reselling it. But I think there is some small margin that you can make there. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Lapras Challenge Battle Winner. This is, you can see there an LP promo, so from that Heart Gold Soul Silver era. I love the artwork on here, and that holo is great. As you see, it says Challenge Battle Winner promo. This card, to my knowledge, it's essentially a prize card, not to like an extreme rarity. I want to say that there was only 1 month that you could win this in. I think it was in 2010. You had 1 month to participate and win the card. It's more of a niche promotional card, but it's also a card that's very expensive to find raw in Japan now. And I picked it up for a pretty fair price considering, what I see raw copies sell for. So yeah, I'm not displeased with that. Another one that you'll see from the same style that's also fairly expensive is the Shuckle. But to me, I just prefer Lapras as a Pokemon, and I like the artwork more. Japanese Flight of Legends, first edition holo. This one was maybe a little bit expensive, but I don't. This is a PSA 10. I mean, I have a lot of this EX era holos. However, I have a lot of these cards already raw, but to pick up a PSA 10 for a very good price compared to past sales, I decided to just grab it. I mean, it's not my favorite Victory Bell artwork, and there are actually some surprisingly very good Victory Bell arts, but for the price point. I've been on a lot of the PSA 10. I guess I have been, because there are quite a few that get listed at PWCC of this like EX era PSA 10 holo, but a lot of them just go for way too much in my opinion. Blissey Hollow, Secret of the Lakes. This is another card that I have raw, but I love the artwork with the, I think it's cherry blossoms behind Blissey. And I sold a CGC copy in a lower grade for essentially what I paid for the 9 PSA. So, I think that's a pretty fair trade-off, kind of just upgrading one to another. Running about, just 2 cards left. Pokemon EX Mightyena Holo. I believe the Cosmos Holo version of this card is from a theme deck. I mean, this is not a great purchase. P.S.A. 8 in this card. This is not exciting at all. I just thought it was... I don't know, for some of this stuff, I throw blanket bids on a lot, and I don't really expect to win. Like, especially the from this submission, this return, we saw the Turtwig, the Mighty Anna, and the Hypodon. That's stuff I probably shouldn't have bid on if I took more time to look up the cards. But, I don't know. As I said, I rush to bid at the very end. So sometimes information falls through. I think when I saw this as EX Powerkeeper's Hollow, I assumed it was a set card. So you had to actually pull it from a pack to get it. But like as I know now, it's just like a hollow theme deck card. I think that's the case. And the very last one, Dragonite from Holland Research Tower. I'm a huge Delta Species fan. I have a very large position in them. And I saw this pop up, and this went for, I think, a very good deal. Very good price, so I decided to buy it. I like the artwork, too. And it's always nice. I mean, for how much I like CGC, and I obviously have a lot of CGC, I will say the P.S.A. 9, 10, they tend to be a little bit easier to sell because they're a little bit more liquid, I'll say that. Like, that's a good way of putting it. They're more liquid. It's a lot easier to base the prices and compare them to each other. Like, it's a lot easier to price out a P.S.A. 10 based off of past P.S.A. 10 sales. But, I mean, it's pretty tough to price a card out like this because there really is probably no other copies of this in a CGC 9.5. And even then, a lot of the copies maybe are CGC 8.5. So the price history and the price relationships are much harder to kind of pinpoint. So yeah, it makes it easier just to bid on P.S.A. 10 stuff and P.S.A. 9 stuff because you know the exact, like you can very concretely get a price history and price data. But yeah, that's it. That's what I purchased from Pwcc. Not exciting. Not really that exciting at all. But in terms of stuff to look out for, I have another CGC bulk coming back, and you'll see a video on that very soon. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, let me know what card you like the most from this. Not that exciting, but maybe there's some stuff that you find interesting. Thanks for watching, and have a nice one.